Hi guys, Scotty here with another DBZ Dokkan battle video for you. In this video, we're going to be covering how you can beat the 72nd stage of the Extreme Super Battle Road with a Dragonball Seekers team. So the team we're going to be running here is going to be, we're not going to be running the Ginyu Force. I've seen that a bit as well, but that is definitely an option, a full Ginyu team. We are going to be running sort of a amalgamation of Dragonball Seekers here under the Int Goku Daima unit. So he's going to be our lead, and we have a very solid team here for our options. However, I do have that second team there on the side there. If you just want to run the Ginyu team, they're a great team to run for this as well. If you are missing a few key units on Ginyu though, you can always try for this team. This does require a couple more premium units, premium in air quotes there, like the latest summonable LR Tech Frieza / Gogeta, but I thought this content came around and dropped when they just dropped, so why not give it a go with them and see what we can do. So ideally what you want to do here is you want this Frieza, sorry, this Vegeta, this Tech one, the Great Ape one. You're going to want him in slot 1 always, never put him in any other slot. That's where he gets all his damage reduction from. So put him in slot 1, he should tank absolutely fine, and you want to try and get him above 18 ki if possible, because he will then do an AoE super, which is fantastic for the stage because you will be always facing multiple enemies. So nice to get that extra value there and do damage to everyone. So try and make sure he's in slot 1, and then ideally, in an ideal world, you want the Tech Frieza in slot 1 on the next stage, because he's going to be a great slot 1. He's going to damage boost, he's going to get an attack boost every time he gets hit, and he can tank very well with his 70% damage reduction and his guard. So he is going to be great. Now, what's really cool about this team as well is because you are bringing the new Tech Frieza and you do have enough super class allies on the team, you will get to make use of Gogeta quite quickly, as well as his active. So it's pretty much a race to Gogeta as quickly as you can get there. It'll be turn 3, and then you pop his active, give him all the orbs possible, he will dodge everything, and he should, at that point, he should just obliterate everything. You should be done then. And yeah, so once you get to turn 3 or 4, you should become pretty much insta-win. But if you are feeling a little bit worried, like for instance this Int Daima, maybe you don't want to take a, maybe you're a little bit worried about tanking with him, don't feel worried to use items. They give you 4 item slots in this. So I've brought along Icarus, I brought along Wheeze, brought along Princess Snake for some extra damage reduction and a heal if we really need it, as well as a Ghost Usher for if we really get a bad rotation and we just want to skip everything. Try your best to dodge, to not use any items in the first stage if you can, or at most use 1 item. And then that'll leave you with a bunch of items to make the second and third stages very easy if you are struggling with them. I do think this team could if you got the rotations right and that, you should be able to no item this, but there's 4 item slots for a reason. So just pop them, skip a turn if you're worried, or pop 35% damage reduction with Icarus if you're worried. And then you've got Wheeze there as well for the final stage, just so you can pump through, because there are some bigger numbers at the end there. So just watch out for Daima Goku as well as Glorio here. They can take a bit of damage. If Goku doesn't dodge, he can take a little bit of damage. So if you're going to be slot 1ing him here, like I had to because of my rotations, I didn't get them sorted in time, then you need to pop either an Icarus at least or a Wheeze, just to make sure, and then be very careful of that in the final fight, because they may just hit too hard for him to actually tank. But this Glorio unit will be doing a huge amount of supers as well, so a lot of damage coming out from it, which is very nice to see. And if Goku does get his dodge, I mean, he has such a high chance to dodge most of the time, then he should be fine. Just remember that he does lose some chance to dodge after his first turn. Now, once we obviously get to this turn here, this is where we'll be getting our Gogeta in, and he will finish off the fight. We didn't really need it for this fight, but we'll see in the next one where we did. But yeah, this one, I found this ESBR not quite as ridiculous. Anyways, World Tournament was a little bit more difficult, but that was because my units were not on point. But yeah, I didn't find this one too bad. It's pretty straightforward, and yeah, nice 30 million crit to finish off that one. So once you get to the final fight, hopefully you saved quite a few items just to make this as easy as possible. There are, like I said, there are a couple of units that will just catch random supers and will die, but generally you should be okay by now, especially if you've got items left. Now's the time to just pop them all. If you get a really bad rotation, wait until you get to Gogeta and then swap into him and let him clean up the field for you. And yeah, just a reminder for this Vegeta's slot 1, he always needs to stay there. Unless you are absolutely sure you're going to kill, because he loses a lot of damage reduction and not in slot 1. But yeah, that is pretty much all. Yeah, let's take a look at Gogeta cleaning up here quick. So we skip to turn 4 quickly. We'll swap Frieza out for Gogeta. The only time I wouldn't put Vegeta in slot 1. Probably, yeah, never good to do that. But yeah, we're gonna kill off Champa at least quite quickly with the active, and then we'll grab all the orbs to destroy Vados, and we are tech, and we got a nice little Dokkan attack as well. I'm still gonna pop the Whis though, because I was just a little bit worried that Vegeta would get us killed there with Vados. Maybe she supers in second slot if we don't kill her, but I do think we end up killing her anyway in the slot. It is with a Dokkan attack as well, so we should be all good, and we should see some big numbers and no missed point on the Dokkan mode, because pros don't miss. So we should be all good. So yeah, not too much of a difficult ESBR. This time the Dragonball Seekers category has been quite nicely fleshed out, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on, especially this unit if you do have him. And yeah, no need for that item, just a bit of an overreaction on my part. But anyway, that is how you clear the Dragonball Seekers only ESBR. I hope this helped. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll check you guys in the next one.